A Russian ballerina stomping on a bureaucrat. A perky suburban housewife who's dipping a toe in scat. Skip it up, skitty pop, 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 pow. It's whimsically volatile.
Who the fuck are you, bitch?
Who the fuck am I?
Who
I'm
are you?
Bible Girl. How the hell are you?
We're good. I want to know who the hell you are.
Okay.
Tell it on the mountain. Tell it on the mountain. To hold nothing back.
I'm like a bastard Frankenstein conglomerate of internet meme culture, gross, like early 2007 pop culture, and basically everything that the internet hate machine stands for.
Great. And I'm also going to, and then I'm going to pull the page and say who the fuck you really is.
Let me know.
Which is a business woman.
Ooh, sounds good coming out of your mouth, girl.
You're a businesswoman. You are the proprietress of dragqueenmerch.com. Is that not true?
It is true. The throne's comfy. It's made out of cotton t-shirts.
You can sit in that all day.
She is the queen of the mountain. So Craig, but hold on, Bible. Let me introduce. So your name is Zach.
Yes.
And I want to introduce you to Craig.
Zach, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now, Zach is a businesswoman.
So I've heard.
Yep. And she runs dragqueenmerch.com, which is one of the best merchandise companies in the world because they make print to order merchandise for any drag queen who is worth her salt.
So, of course, that would mean your merchandise.
Oh, yes, Barbara, please bring me the facts. How's my merch selling? Any good at all? Not really.
Girl, you haven't stopped. It's been a lovely little ride, just kind of watching getting bigger and better, and there's been no sign of plateauing whatsoever. So I think you're in good standing.
Thank you very much. You are not kicking me off the
roster.
The castle. Yeah, the roster. She's still playing. And
your family.
Yes, actually, that is a real thing. So Zach and I are family now, whether we like it or not.
That's true family.
It's true family. We are bonded through the dollar and the coin and through the heart. The heartstrings pull both directions. I actually really love you for real.
I love you too.
Yeah.
You caught the virus. We got the love bug, girl.
Yep, we got the love bug. Because I was a little, I'm going to be honest, I was a little reticent at the beginning, but then I was like, what the fuck? This bitch is a genius. Sorry about it. Sorry about it.
You know, it takes a second. You gotta dip your toes.
Also, you're a very attractive man.
Thank you. Oh my God.
What's that all about?
Bitch.
Oh, stop it. Well, what's that all about? How old are you?
I'm 24.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. He is a 24-year-old business woman.
Mogul.
A mogul. You're a fucking mogul, bitch.
That's a new one. I like that one.
Let's keep
that one going.
You're a mogul. Stop it. Stop the presses. Okay. Actually, don't stop the presses because I want to make some more money.
You and me both, bitch.
So how did you come up with this idea?
Okay, so I was in school for fashion design, and I was basically told by everyone around me that like I should like not be doing it, like I should change my major. It wasn't for me, even though like I really did have like a passion for it, was going for it. I got my associate's degree, and then in my bachelor's, like at the beginning of my bachelor's program, I was like 6 months into doing drag, and I felt like this crazy, like, I don't know, otherworldly pull telling me in my head, like, bitch, you just, like, need to go, like, work those, like, gigs out in Brooklyn that, like, you can guest as much as you possibly can because something's gonna give, something's gonna happen. Just, like, you can't be in school anymore. So, like, I took it upon myself and just, like, dipped. And then I said, okay, but I still need a means of, like, having some form of making money. How do I do this? And I thought of, like, merchandise. And it wasn't, like, lofty of, oh, I'm just going to, like, start a business. It was just, oh, let me sell my own merchandise. Because I kind of had, like, a very, like, really niche following online. It wasn't really much of anything. But it was something. It was something. I mean, it was to the point where, like, I felt there was something palpable where there was a market that was forming that I could start to, like, not pander to, but pander to.
Yeah.
And,
or exploit, as we like to say.
Yeah, exploit the market. Yeah, exploit the market.
Well, Yeah, keep my thumb on the pulse.
Yeah, there you
Sounds a
go.
little nicer.
But you are the pulse. Let's not get it twisted though. Because you're the original quitter of drag. Yes, you are.
You know, I hate to sound so cocky, but boy, do I love setting trends or what?
Yes! I followed in your 22-year-old footsteps, you fucking bitch, and I quit drag. Yes, God.
Oh my God, it's prophetic. It's terrifying.
It is terrifying. But do you realize that a Bible girl and a Christian woman in business together? I think it's fate. I really do. Do you know I love Jesus Christ? Yeah.
You sounds like you're describing like an NRA member, to be honest.
Well, hello. If it ain't green.
Yeah, they do agree. They do agree.
Yeah. Well, so it's funny because Bible Girl 666 is okay. I'm going to try to break this down for you in a way that is complimentary. But Bible Girl 666 is the most genius drag name in the world. Because it means that wherever you go, you have literally... Okay, so this is a breakdown. It is the most genius drag name because the Bible never goes out of style.
Or out of print.
Or out of print, ever. Girls always want to have fun. And 666 is the name of the motherfucking beast.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever you go, literally, from now until you die, Bible Girl 666 is the best drag name for you in the world. It is never, ever going to go out of style. Whether you're with Satanists, whether you're with Bible-thumping Christian people, or whether you're with voodoo witches from Croatia. Oh. Everybody is going to have a piece of the girl. Because everybody needs to read their Bible.
Crack me open.
Seriously. And 6 is the number for sex. And sex always sells.
I also really just love sex.
Well, me too. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a sex addict, though. I'm just a slut.
Oh, me too. I own that fully.
Yeah. Slut is, what did I say was a seductive, lascivious, underestimated tramp?
Trollop.
Trollop. Or a sexy, lovely, undertaking truth teller. That's 2 T's for slut.
That's true. Well,
yeah. Or a
traveler.
A scintillating, lugubrious, underwhelming traveler. It could be anything you want it to be. But Bible Girl 666 never goes out of style. So we're not going to take too much of your time because we're actually we're waiting for Chinese food to be delivered.
Okay, homie.
But I want to embroil you into a partnership, which we're already doing currently. But I want to ask you 3 questions. 1, 2, 3, 666. Number 1, what is your favorite color at the moment?
Color?
Yeah.
Pink.
What is your favorite city in the world? If you had to move there tomorrow for 6 months, and then money is no object, just the first thing that comes to the mind.
Los Angeles.
And then number 3, who is your favorite female entertainer at the moment?
Britney Spears.
Yes! You are... Sorry. That was very... I knew you were going to say that because I wanted you to say that she is the comeback kid.
She is. She really is, though. I've
really
learned
is.
everything with my brand and marketing. Like, I've learned how to bounce back because of, like, literally analyzing every single thing she's ever done.
Yeah.
Like, I love her.
Yeah. Unironically, too, right? I mean, unironically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
For every bit of her. Like, her idiosyncrasies. Yeah, I love her.
And the thing is about her, she is the femme fatale. She's the girl next door. She's the mom. She's the daughter. She's the momager. She's the damsel in distress.
Martyr.
She's the martyr.
She is the martyr.
She is the martyr. She was chewed up and spit out, and she said, "No, Barbara, please give me that umbrella. I will whack a bitch."
Linda, let's go.
Yeah.
So Zach, after you started making your own merchandise, how long was it until you started making merchandise, or being the gateway for other people's merchandise?
It was probably about like 7 or 8 months in, because like I did DragCon #1 like as my own. It still wasn't dragqueenmerch.com. It was just me representing like myself and selling my own merchandise. And then it was like a really slow snowball effect. And so I'd say about like 8 months in, I was able to finally wrangle a couple of like local gal pals of mine that were really into it. And like I surprised them with making like designs that were just mock-ups, but like I have a graphic design background too. So I was able to just like kind of put something together, and if they like didn't want to join, then they had like a free shirt. I was like, I don't like care, but it would be cool if you did this with me, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of them were into it. Some of them I think just got like scared by like the information, which is like understandable. So that was a lot to our detriment in the beginning, but I think as word of mouth started happening and like our being an honest business was like kind of consistently a thing.
Yep.
It just kind of made making business happen a lot easier.
And
so
girl,
that's kinda
you
how
have
we're
a
now.
hustle. You are no stranger to the hustle.
No, but we've had this conversation where like I'm addicted to like just being on edge all the time. So I love just kind of having to navigate what like that next strategic move is going to be at all possible times. I can't sleep because of it.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Well, see, you and I think we share a similar frenetic energy where we're doers, and we go. And also, we just happen to be so stunningly beautiful.
I think about like how you and I like how we interacted and just like kind of got through that night when we were in Sao Paulo together.
Yeah,
and,
that
like,
was
when we
fun.
were commuting.
It was
It was
fun.
so much fun. Even like commuting from like the airport and everything. Like you and I were like, okay, we got this bitch, and we just kind of like rode till the wheels fell off. That was a good night.
What happened in Sao Paulo?
Oh, that stays in Sao Paulo, darling. But we went on stage. We did not go on stage until what? 6 in the fucking morning or some shit.
Bitch, we didn't leave the venue till 7:30 in the morning.
7:30 in the morning.
We were there for 12 hours. 12
hours.
Like,
Oh my
start to
God.
finish.
Me, Bible, Gia, and Laganja. We were all up in that bitch. Is that right? I'm remembering that right. Yeah.
No, that was it. That was it.
And then just the 4 of us. And it was actually, I had a blast.
I had so much fun.
It was fun. It was a fun time. And I actually went back to Sao Paulo and I got a tattoo of death. The death
Oh, you
card.
bitch, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I'm all tatted up. I'm like addicted to it.
Oh my God, I just planned my next one. I'm so
How many
excited.
tattoos do you have?
I think I'm moving on to 10 or 11.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 now.
Oh, work, bitch. We should get a sesh together.
Oh, I would love that.
Let's do that.
I want to get a black widow behind my right ear lobe.
Oh.
What do you think about that?
I'm like
approve?
really into that. I'm
Okay.
really into that.
I want to get a black widow behind my right earlobe, and I want to get a dove, a tiny little, or a pigeon, or a hummingbird behind my left one. So you have a
like
spider in
dove.
one, a dove, a peace dove.
Yeah, because I think it's like that juxtaposition.
Yeah,
is perfect.
the devil and the angel.
Yeah, huh?
Okay, so I have to pee.
Okay.
And we have to smoke, so I'm going to let you go. But give me all of the relevant, pertinent information. How do we find you? How do we buy T-shirts? Give me the whole rundown.
All right, here's what you can do. You can find me on any social media page under Bible Girl 666.
Okay.
If you want a real detailed introspective to how fucking crazy my mind is, follow me on Instagram at Not Bible Girl. And you can buy my merchandise along with Katya's merchandise.
Yes, and anybody's.
Merch.com.
Yeah.
And you can find our respective shirts in Spencer's and Hot Topic.
Yes, you fucking can.
Very
And do
nice.
I have shirts in Hot Topic?
You have a new shirt launching in Hot Topic either tonight or tomorrow. It should be on shelves.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. This is how
Happy
we're.
St.
yeah.
Patrick's Day. And you have a shirt in Spencer's at the moment, lady.
She's got a shirt. She died, but she lives on.
It don't hurt because you got the
Girl, it's nice to be immortalized. though.
Isn't
That
it?
point
Isn't
is
it nice to be a
stunning.
martyr? Isn't it nice to be a dead woman who makes
Girl, nail
money?
me to a cross any day.
You are. Oh my god. That's the one. Have you been nailed recently, darling?
It's been 2 days.
It's too much. You've said too much. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go.
All right, bitch.
We gotta go. I love you, Bible. Read your Bible. Ladies
Love you
and gentlemen
too.
at home, read your Bible. Go to dragqueenmerch.com and get you a piece.
Buy your stuff, Zach. Great talking with you.
Thank you,
Great
Zach.
talking to you, Greg.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, this is Craig. I'm just interrupting the show to let everyone know that we are on Twitter at Katya and Craig, as well as Instagram as Katya and Craig. We have an email address, whimsicallyvolatile@gmail.com. And please subscribe on iTunes and leave a review. Thank you to everyone who's already left reviews. Thank you to everyone for all the lovely comments, and hope you enjoy the rest of the episode.
Gregory, I have a challenge for you.
Yes, what's that? What's the challenge? I'm excited.
The challenge is I need you once again to accept into your life and your livelihood the true essence of Miss Jasmine Masters.
I'm ready. I'm ready to receive.
Okay. Have you done the douche?
Yes. Spiritually, yes.
Spiritually, yes. Have you done the douche?
Yes.
If you have done the douche in a spiritual sense, then you are ready to receive the full depth and breadth of the jush.
Okay, I feel ready then.
The jush, when I say jush, I spell it. I say justice. I say understanding. I say satisfaction. And I say honesty. Are you my jush? Yes.
Yes.
Am I your jush?
Yes.
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 Together we are jush. We are jushers in crime and punishment. Hallelujah.
So this is, I guess, the beginning of episode 2.
This is episode 2.
This is
Hallelujah.
episode 2,
How are
yeah.
you? Who are you?
That's a good question. And actually,
Who the hell are you, Craig? Tell me.
good question. I'm not sure myself, so I'm going to research that one and get back to you for episode 3. But, we should talk about how we met.
Okay, let's talk about it. Videodrome discotheque.
Yeah, and prior to that, Perestroika.
Perestroika.
Your night, which you started at Jacques Cabaret in Boston.
Jacques' world famous cabaret.
Forgive me, Jacques' world famous cabaret.
Jacques' world famous cabaret nestled in the heart of the Bay Village.
Ah, that's right, Bay Village, which has very strict rules about noise.
They have extremely strict and stringent rules about noise because they are nestled within the heart of the Bay Village.
Ah, yes, Bay Village, very, very restrictive.
Did I just say? I just said that the Bay Village is nestled within the heart of the Bay Village.
Yes, you did, and I went along with it fully.
So no, they are. It's like Beacon Hill. So if you're familiar with Boston, you'll know that Boston real estate is extremely pricey.
It's getting worse and worse.
It's getting worse and worse.
I've read that it's next to San Francisco. It's between San Francisco and New York.
It's incredible. And it's awful. So I had a studio apartment, really a one-bedroom, a studio apartment, a modest studio apartment, right above Jacques Cabaret. And my rent was so low. I will not say how low.
Right, because, who knows, might be moving in there.
Exactly. But right across from that apartment were condos and apartments. The 2 bedrooms were, I think, estimated around $4,000 a month.
And this is back in...
This is 10 years ago.
Wow, okay.
Or something like that. Maybe like 5 years ago.
Still.
Something like that. Still, it's
yeah.
really significant. A 2-bedroom for $4,000 or $5,000 and not a lot of square footage.
No, and not a really pretty area either. There's not really any pretty area.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you on that.
Okay.
Because
I'm kind of down on
love
Boston.
you're down on Boston.
I'm not a big fan of it. I don't miss it.
You're not a fan of colonial architecture?
No, I am not.
You're not at all.
Well, no, the architecture is all right. I guess the culture there I'm not too into, so that kind of taints it all for me.
Well, I can't believe you're saying that, Craig.
You offended at something?
I think I'm like wicked fucking offended right now.
There's the Dunkin' Donuts. That's pretty good.
Give me a small dark, 2 sugars and a powdered fucking donut, you goddamn douchebag motherfucker. That's a Boston accent.
Yeah.
That's Quincy. That's Murder Pan. That's Death
Murder
Chester.
Pan. Yeah.
Now, those are 2 racist... Boston is extremely racist.
Yeah, that's
I'm just
true.
going to go out on a limb.
And the surrounding suburbs.
The surrounding suburbs are very racist. Boston is one of the most segregated cities in the country.
Yeah.
It is deeply segregated. And so the locals, as it were, they have pet names for certain environs
Yeah.
that involve people of color.
Right.
For example, they'll call Mattapan Murder Pan. They'll call Dorchester Death Chester. And that is that's wretched and rotten and wrong.
True. I was born in Dorchester.
Well, there you go. Dorchester is actually a great neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's a fabulous neighborhood. But
Went through a rocky patch when my parents left it, but
but it's being gentrified.
yeah, it's been very gentrified. Yeah.
And in Boston, the pattern of gentrification works extremely predictably. I feel if it goes first, like pattern of gentrification in Boston goes like this: the artists, then the queers, then the families.
Yes, right.
So it's like the artists make it hip and trendy. And they because the artists are drawn to places that have a lot of space, not a lot of rules, and are cheap.
Yeah.
And so then it's like, ooh, the most happening party in Boston is in the meatpacking district or the whatever it's fucking called, the South End.
Oh, right.
The South End was gentrified. So like back in the day, the South End was all black folk.
Okay.
All black folk.
Uh-huh.
And the South End was right next to the combat zone.
Oh, and the combat zone was a...
Chinatown.
Oh, okay.
Chinatown and Bay Village.
Yeah, and anything went in the combat zone.
Yeah. And then anything went. And you have Jacques, you have the other side, you have all these incredible queer bars and nightclubs. And but it just all became extremely gentrified and the real estate property went through the roof.
Right.
But anyway, so Jacques Cabaret, I say Jacques, but people say Jacques.
Jocks.
Welcome to Jacques Cabaret, where dreams come true. Actually, Mallory Honora and I wanted to open up a competitor across the street called Jackie's. And our tagline was going to be, where dreams come true, no exceptions.
Oh, that's not bad, yeah.
Isn't that fabulous?
That's pretty good.
You cannot leave the premises without your dreams intact.
So it's kind of like a fantasy island.
Yeah, it's Lord of the Flues. Lord of the Flues.
So you started Perestroika at Jacques
Cabaret, world famous cabaret. And you know what happened? We did a show that was a play on the word train wreck.
Right.
It was by Lisa Shapiro, aka Haywood Wakefield. And it was a fabulous show. It was a complete circus of queerdom. We had Dominica Kay, the baton twirler. We had Sir Loins, the go-go boy. We had Miss Nicole motherfucking Pride.
Right.
The black diva of absolute goddessly proportions and destruction. She was the diva of pride, really.
Yeah.
She was all about black excellence.
She now lives in Seattle.
She lives in Seattle. Yep. She's with a man named Brian. Yes, God. And she's still a very good Judy of mine. She's my first sister in drag.
Really?
First sister in drag.
Wow.
Yep. Very first sister in drag. She was a little bit hesitant about my white crackety cracker ass. But she said, all right, little boy. Because she's about 1 year, 2 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
Just a couple, maybe 1 or 2 years older than me. 30, yeah, something like that. And she is, oh my God, she's my sister in drag. She's born on May 14th, I believe 1980 or 81. And she's just so gone with the wind, fabulous. And
so you were doing the train wreck ish name,
yeah. Granny wreck, we can call it.
Granny wreck, that's
Granny
right.
Wreck, yeah. Hi, Rue. And we can call it Granny wreck. And then when that show was defunct, there's a whole gory story there. Of course,
okay.
There's a whole gory story there. You know, the wrists were slashed, and titles were snatched.
Drinks were thrown,
and eyeballs were torn asunder.
Yeah.
You know, and so I inherited the show night. It was on Monday night, once a month, and I decided to call it Perestroika at the suggestion of none other than Miss Rebecca the Bus, aka Becca the Bus, aka Eugene Tan, who is a ethnically Chinese Singaporean resident who is unceremoniously booted off the mainland of the United States of America because of visa issues and forced into retreat back into Singapore. But he remains, again, one of my very first and most beloved and cherished sisters in drag. Now, who's your sister in drag? But yeah, so it was me, Ben McCoy, the real McCoy, who I've mentioned previously, TT Bomb, aka Miss Georgette, aka Tim, and then we had Miss Frida Fries, of course, aka Jake Tinsley.
Sure.
And we had some other, of course, we've got Fina Barbital,
who now lives in the Los Angeles area.
Who the fuck is
Don't they
calling
know
me?
we're taping? How dare they?
Don't they know we're taping a pidcast? Those sons of bitches.
Animals.
Animals, all of them, darling. Just fucking animals.
You know the Judy Garland tapes?
No.
So Judy Garland was tasked with recording her memoir because she was hard up for money, and her agent felt that the thing to do would be to get her in a room with a tape recorder.
Oh, my God.
Have her tell her stories, and then take the tapes, you know, as they do now.
Transcribe them.
Exactly, and then cobble together a book. The book, I don't think, ever happened. However, the tapes leaked at some point. So there's a terrific bootleg called Judy Speaks.
Oh, my God.
I believe that's the title. And the animal joke there reminded me of one where she's ranting about her ex-husband, Sid Luft.
Being Judy Garland is quite a chore. But it's not too much of a chore for Sid Luft. Sure, I've been loved. by the public. I can't take the public home with me. And I've been ripped to pieces by the public and the critics and the newspapers and people who don't know what they're talking about. And I demand to be heard. I will be heard, and I'll keep talking for the rest of my life, because now I can talk. Now I'm happy. Now I know that there's no gaslight in my life. And the people who try to present it are the criminals. And it all comes down to the unholy dollar. I'll always be able to make money. But I'll keep it. I'll keep it for my children, myself. And I won't pay $25,000 a year to a bum, to Sid Luft, who's a bum, a tramp. And so is his mother, and so is his sister, his whole rotten background. And I'm not afraid. He wants money. He's not able to do anything mentally. And he's a paranoid, but physically he's capable. Let him get his fanny out and go to work. I'm not paying for him anymore. I'm not paying for anybody who tries to rob me. I'll get my children. I support my children. I've brought them up and I love them and they love me. I respect them. They're brave children. They have to be. Look who their father is. What's he ever contributed? What's he ever done? What's he ever done for the world? He and his friends. What about the lawyers? What about the judges? They're being handed over to a man. I hate that word in connection with Sid Luft. Michael Sidney Luft is not a man. He's not a father. He's not a worker. He's not a contributor. He's not anything. He's a pimp. I won't give him a cent. I won't give him the time of day, but I wish to God somebody would come to my aid. The judges sit down. I don't know how he pays them off. My children are stuck in Santa Monica. They didn't even get to visit me on school vacation because I'm supposed to be an unfit mother. I've been working my head off. Somebody had to feed my children, and that was me. I want to be friendly. I want to work. Don't get in my way, and don't let other people get in my way. But to get back to Sid Luft, let's just concentrate on him. I'm not afraid of him. I hate his guts. He's a drunk and a derelict. He smells.
Sid Luft is an animal. An animal.
He's an animal. He doesn't understand.
It's all of that. And she's wasted.
But you're just not. Just hot.
And half of it is her talking about how she doesn't know how to operate this damn machine.
But for openers, I don't know how to work this machine. I'm just astounded at this machine. This is the silliest way I've ever known of spending the nights alone, talking to yourself into an obvious Nazi machine. This is a red China Manchurian candidate machine because I can't get anything on tape. And when I do record anything, I automatically erase it. And I'm sitting in a room all by myself. Ho, boy. My wounds I'd like to tape. But I just am trying to get a few thoughts done, and I'm all by myself, as usual.
Very difficult to record one's thoughts alone. And when I play back the tapes, I hear that I slur my words very badly, but that doesn't make too much difference as long as my thoughts are not slurred.
Craig, this is entrapment. No, but so, you know who does the best Judy impersonation?
Who?
Lies a lot.
Oh, right.
Matty Lorenza, back in Boston. He's one of the Gold Dust Orphans.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Landry's crew. Incredible crew, by the way.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
They are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, they're great.
Ryan Landry's a genius. Mm-hmm. He's the East Coast genius of Dragoon Entertainment. Dragoon. He's the talk of the town. If you want to talk about P-Town, you got to talk about Ryan Landry.
Sure.
You want to talk about Ryan Landry, you got to talk about Varley Jean Merman. We talk about Varley Jean Merman, you got to talk about All of Another. When we talk about All of Another, you can talk about Liza Lott. And then it's a whole circle.
Ryan does Showgirls, right? That's
Showgirls. Showgirls. And All of Another is the town barker for Showgirls.
Oh, right. Okay. So if you're in P-Town and yeah.
She is, if you're in P-Town and you don't go see Showgirls, I don't even know if you're a human being. I'm not even sure that you know what a human being is, does, or how they operate. Because I think that you are a monkey. I think you're just an overgrown orangutan. Masquerading as a human being.
So you were doing Perestroika.
Yeah. Why do I get off track so much?
Well, because that's the joy of the podcast.
Can I just tell you that I love you? She's your queen to be. A bullet of confection. Assumption, almost action to desire.
Getting off track is a good thing, though. Sorry, I stepped on your final note there.
Do you know that movie? Coming to America.
Of course. Yes, of course I do. I love that movie.
What's this one?
Okay.
This is the essence of sex.
Oh, that's Stranger.
Stranger from Boomerang.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this one? Men should be like Kleenex, soft, strong, and disposable.
Ooh, you got me on that one.
How about this one? Same movie. How do we do this? Does that go further into her back? Tip her forward over the arm.
I'm still lost on this.
How about this one? Even if you were right, that'd be 1 + 1 + 2 + 1, not 1 + 2 + 1 + 1. The point is, there's only one more bullet in this gun, and guess who's gonna get it?
Soap dish?
Clue.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I should have known from the bullet thing.
Yeah. Mr. Body's body, it's gone.
Clue's being remade.
Don't.
Listen, don't shoot the messenger here. I'm not thrilled about it either.
Don't. With whom?
I feel flames, burning flames on my...
Don't you touch me. I'm a senator's wife.
I can't imagine the remake will be much good.
Oh my God, I'm going to kill myself.
Well, Tomb Raider was just remade, and isn't the original just 15 years old or something? I don't know. Maybe it's older.
I'm going to kill myself.
Well, that's it. That's it for this episode. Thanks, everyone, for listening, and check back next week and see if there's another episode.
I'm alive, and so are you. Okay, we're back. Scrooged. That's Scrooged. Do you know Scrooged?
Oh, I love Scrooge. I haven't seen it in a long time, though. So
I
any
watched it
quotes from
recently.
that? They played that over Christmas time at the New Beverly, which is my favorite theater in Los Angeles. They do terrific themed double features, and they also do all-night movie marathons, which I'm a big fan of. They start at 7 p.m. and at 7 a.m. They don't tell you what they're going to play, except for when they did the Arnold Schwarzenegger all-nighter, which was one of the greatest nights of my life.
Oh my God, what did they do? Did they do Red Dawn?
No, they did. They didn't do Red Heat either. They did. It started with. What did it start with? Predator, which is one of the best.
Of course.
Started with Predator, then went right into Kindergarten Cop.
Did they do Total Recall?
You're thinking Red Sonja. That's what you were thinking about, right?
Oh, Red Dawn is not. That's Ray Dawn Chong. No.
Yeah, that's right. Well, no. Is she in that? No. But C. Thomas Howell, who co-starred with her in Soul Man, I believe, is in that.
Why the fuck did I say Red Dawn? You better cut that out.
I'll bleep it. How about that?
Okay, thank you.
Sure. I'm going to leave it in.
Okay.
We need a little bit of trolling. We're going to get some trolling, but we need to activate the trolling.
Okay.
Right? So I'll get trolled for not knowing the Clue stuff. I should have known that. So I'll get attacked for that.
Okay.
And then they can attack you for the Red Dawn thing. And the other films shown that night for anyone who's interested. Red Sonja, which is at the critical 4th film slot, which is basically when, if you're going to leave, that's the time to leave. I did not leave. And then number 5 was Terminator. And then the final film of the evening was Commando. So it was a great...
Love Commando.
12-hour rumpus fest.
Not without my daughter. Was it Alyssa Milano?
A Sally Field marathon would be quite something, wouldn't it?
Are you kidding?
That'd be
Are
good.
you even joking?
No.
Steel Magnolias and Soap Dish are right. You want... Jesus Christ. You know what? I'd actually even fuck with a Meg Ryan.
Really? What Meg Ryan films would you watch?
Well, When Harry Met Sally, of course.
Sure.
French Twist.
Ah, okay. I've never seen that one.
Nope, it's called French Kiss.
That's why I
Nope,
haven't
it's called
seen it.
French Twist. It's called French Twist.
No, it's French Kiss. It's French Kiss.
It's French Kiss?
It's French Kiss, yeah.
Fuck. It's with Kevin Kline.
That's right. Yeah.
She has lactose intolerance on a train from eating cheese.
And that's it.
And this is so there's a scene where she's gorging on like brie and all this like incredible French cheese when they're on a train. And then
she has
she's
some
like,
wicked gas.
She's like, "Oh God, Oh God, here we go. It's lactose intolerant.
And then what? She's just shitting and puking for the next 89 minutes.
Yeah, and they stay at the George Sank.
Oh, okay.
The George 5. It's like a Pretty Woman movie.
Oh, I see.
The Reach,
Okay.
Bev, Will,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah. How about a Julia Roberts marathon?
What could be?
Okay, let me tell you. So you start off with Pretty Woman.
Sure.
You go into Flatliners, though.
Oh, good, interesting choice.
And then Mystic Pizza. You skip Erin Brockovich. As a curveball, you throw in Mary Riley.
Ooh, that is quite a curveball.
And then you end with Ocean's
Satisfaction?
11.
Oh.
You end with Ocean's 11.
Not Satisfaction? Are you a fan of that film?
I've never even seen it.
It's enjoyable. I won't say it's a good film.
How about
but,
Mystic Pizza?
You know, I've actually never seen that.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Don't tell anyone though.
It's the Brat Pack. I think it's Demi Moore.
Okay.
Back when she was Demi.
Yeah.
I believe. I could be wrong.
That was
that's St. Elmo's Fire.
Yes, St. Elmo. I was getting cloudy here. St. Elmo's Fire, right? With Rob Lowe as the saxophone playing Lothario.
Yeah.
And also, there's that great scene where Demi is trying to overdose on coke, and she's in that white room with all the blinds billowing. She's rocking back and forth on her heels. Yeah.
Can't overdose on coke, mama. All I get is a heart attack.
She almost got fired off that film, actually, for her drug use. It was directed by Joel Schumacher, who has an interesting history because he started as a costume designer, and then he wrote the screenplay for Car Wash. Then later, his first directorial effort was The Incredible Shrinking Woman with Lily Tomlin.
Oh, my God.
And then he made DC Cab, which is one of the most fucked up, bizarre films of all time. He later made what is sometimes called the gay Batman and Robin.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but also made St. Elmo's Fire. So that's your little Joel Schumacher history.
See, yeah, Joel Schumacher. I was never into the camp Batmans.
But again, that's a Schwarzenegger movie, which
Sorry.
there was a lot of concern during the Schwarzenegger marathon that they would subject us to that Batman and Robin because, of course, he plays Mr. Freeze.
Oh my God.
I would have been up for it personally.
I don't care for it because I don't like Uma Thurman in that movie. I think
Really?
that she's so good.
Yeah.
But I'm so obsessed with her as Beatrix Kiddo in Kill Bill that I just can't. It's not that I can't see her as anything else. I just don't want to see her in a camp light.
Sure, yeah. Well, she's very over the top in that. So,
Oh, yeah. She's like this. Oh, yeah.
what did you make of the whole thing recently where, Uma Thurman came out about Harvey Weinstein, but then there was all the stuff about working with Tarantino
Yeah.
that was sort of characterized in a certain way in the New York Times article, but then she made a point to say on Instagram that
Yeah.
her words were sort of taken
Out of context.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the video of her crashing the car.
It's a scary.
It is
clip.
scary. And then he made a flippant comment about her not knowing how to drive.
Well, true, but then there was a full interview with him in Hollywood Reporter, I think, where he basically explained how it all happened and how he felt really bad about
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
it was,
But
honest mistake.
Yeah, honest mistake. But I think that he's a person who's very excited.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a very excited,
He's actually,
excitable person.
he's actually the owner of the New Beverly Theater that I'm talking
That's
about.
incredible. See, I've always loved his movies. I always thought that they went too far with the sexual violence.
Uh-huh.
I was just like, I mean, I get it, dude, but it's like, why so much RAPE? Always with the RAPE. And it's like, I'm just not trying to see all. I don't need to see that.
I don't need to see that.
Cupcakes. Yeah.
Must have cupcakes.
Well, I got it.
So this is the pop culture reference edition of the
Yes.
Whimsically Volatile
It's
series.
whimsically popsicle.
So you want to know about Joel Schumacher? Keep this one playing.
Yes, keep this one playing.
Refer to friends.
Yeah. Hey, phone a friend. Call your mom. It's fun.
An animal.
You fucking animal.
So we went to Perestroika and saw you.
Oh, you saw me, and then I was doing. I would say things like, "My name is Ekaterina Petrovna Zamolotchkova." Wait, I have to tell you about my drag name.
Yeah.
Okay, Yekaterina. Yekaterina is short for Catherine. Katya. So we choose our drag names, right? So you have three basic types of drag names. You have one that's a pun name.
Yeah.
Right? My favorite pun name, and this is always going to be the case, my favorite pun name is Lisa Newcar.
It's a good one.
It's incredible. Lisa Newcar. I'm not going to buy a Toyota. I don't want to get rid of my old one. So I think I'm just going to lease a new car. Lisa Newcar. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And the thing is about Lisa Newcar in Boston, I never thought she was that funny because she was this gorgeous Latin queen. Like the face. I mean, this bitch was fucking Tavi de la Rosa. Still one of the most talented makeup artists ever. And he is so stunning in drag. I mean, stunning.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Lisa Newcar, who worked at Axis in Avalon. And then, so that's a pun name. You could also have just a regular woman's name, like Barbara Joanne McGillicuddy.
Yeah.
Like Barbara Jo.
Yeah.
You call her Babs, whatever. Another one is you could have some kind of like real diva name, like just Kim.
Just
Or
one
just like
name.
just one name, like Shard.
Yeah.
Or like Baba Rugan. Something like weird. Or something like
Ladies and gentlemen, Barbara Rugan.
it's all one word and it's all like I always wanted to have the one called Judy, but it was DJOOODI. And I would wear a swim cap, cover myself in Vaseline, tape my hands to my sides, and just bullet out of the curtain and just go and collect no tips and go back. My routine would be about 12 seconds long.
Yeah. Although someone could maybe smack a one on the
But
Vaseline.
I challenged them to do that because I move so fast.
That's true. You're like a bullet.
A bullet. Oh, speaking of bullet, I had an alter ego called Bumpy Bullet.
Bumpy Bullet. Now, what was Bumpy Bullet's look?
Bumpy Bullet was a meth lab explosion survivor.
Ah, okay.
Survivor.
So that entailed what as in terms of a look?
Well, a lot of denim.
Denim seems to fit that.
Denim,
yeah.
lucite, scraggles, and
Yeah.
then a lot of pock marks and under eye circles.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Those
She was
always
a-
added.
She was a good time gal.
Yeah. Bumpy Bullet.
Bumpy Bullet.
Good
And then I
time
had
gal.
Sigourney Beaver.
Oh, Sigourney Beaver. Now, what was Sigourney's look?
Nothing.
Just plain.
Just plain Jane. And then we had Jamaica Plain Jane.
Oh, now what was Jamaica Plain Jane?
That was Becca DeBus's alter ego.
I see.
Yeah, and that was fabulous. She was she was a purebred lesbian, just Lilith fair, flowers in the hair, pits of hair, and just like just very
Hair everywhere.
hair everywhere. She was very 70s love child, and
Gotcha.
she was larger than life because Miss Becca DeBus was of course pushing 300 pounds. Yes, God. And then so my name though is a regular woman's name. Yekaterina Petrovna Zamolodchikova.
Yeah.
Means Catherine Peter Zamolodchikov. So in Russian you have a first name, which is your name. You have a patronymic, which is a version of your father's name.
Okay.
So my dad was named Pyotr or Peter. So I believe it's Petrovich, and Petrovna. Yeah, something like that. So it changes if you're a girl or a boy, because in Russia you have girl or boy and that's it. Sorry about it. And then the end name is your family name.
Okay.
So it's my dad's name is Pyotr Zamolodchikov. But when you call somebody, like you use their first name, you'd be like Yekaterina Petrovna. Like if I was in Anna Karenina,
Yeah.
you'd say Yekaterina Petrovna, or you'd say like Madame Zamolodchikova, but you say, excuse me, Yekaterina Petrovna. Like there's and then you say, like my mom would say, Oi, Katya. You know, she would call me Katya.
Yeah.
But Katya is the nickname for Russian Yekaterina.
Okay.
And there's only one nickname. Katya, Katyusha, Katinka, but it's called a diminutive.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right. So
And also, it's a standard woman's name. However, it's exotic, so it
Right.
places it into the other category.
right, it's an exotic woman's name. So it's like not Barbara Jean McGillicuddy, but I named it after Yelena Zamolodchikova, who was a Russian gymnast who famously choked at the 2000 Olympic Games in Sydney.
Okay.
But then redeemed herself after she was given a spot in the vault and the floor finals. Actually, she earned her spot in the floor finals, I believe, but Svetlana Horkina, my favorite gymnast, gave her spot away in the vault finals, and that bitch got she knocked it out of the park and got 2 golds.
Wow.
She got a gold on the vault, and then she got a gold on the floor.
Yeah.
So it was incredible. But so her thing was she was a nervous Nelly.
Yeah.
She had so much energy and she had so much power and skill, but she just choked. She choked on the balance beam during the team final, and it was just a disaster. Doing
Yeah.
one of the easiest skills.
Yeah.
She fell right on her fucking head.
Oof.
It was terrible. She was just nerves.
Yeah.
So that was me on Drag Race. I just choked due to nerves.
So you could say that was your homage.
That was my homage. Yeah. But then All Stars came around and I did not choke. I delivered. However, I released my shame demon, and I released my nerve demon.
Those are good to release.
Yeah, so
You
I
don't
was
wanna
able
keep
to
those.
I was able to sort of troll the competition in a way without really trying to.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to win. I just wanted to be myself.
Sure.
And that ended up making me kind of win by proxy or by de facto, whatever you want to call
Default.
it. Default. There
Yeah.
you go. But Alaska Joanne Elizabeth Thunderfun, she is the absolute true winner of All Stars 2. Let's not get that twisted for even 1 second.
I don't
ladies
think
and
anyone
gentlemen.
thought you were inferring that you were the...
Well, no, listen, people love to say you were robbed. And I say, Mom, Dad.
I was molested.
Wow. No, I was robbed before. I was robbed by Trix, but RuPaul's Drag Race, I'm sorry, Mama. They did not rob me. They gave me plenty of opportunities.
Yeah.
And I've taken them. I took them. I
Tooken
made a
them.
lot of money.
You've been tooking them. Yeah.
I've been tooking them. I've been tooking them in my tookis, but I'm not a sewer rat. Oh God, please.
So did you arrive at that name straight away, or did you have any other personas that you were looking at before you landed on?
No, I think if I had to change my name now, I would just call myself Barbara.
Just
No.
Not Barbara G. McGillicuddy.
No.
What was the other one? Barbara Hungendungen?
Barbagoon.
Barbagoon.
Barbagoon. No. I would be Barbara Please.
Oh,
First name
yeah,
Barbara,
yeah,
last
yeah.
name Please.
Sure. Pleez.
Pleez.
Yeah.
I think it Plee-Z.
Oh yeah, the traditional spelling.
Yeah. The Catholic spelling.
Of course. Yeah.
The royal we.
Ah, yes.
And I would do Barbara Please, or I would do just Tina.
Just Tina.
Just Tina.
No, that could be a good name. Just Tina.
Just my God.
Tina. Yeah.
Just Tina.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking funny. Or I would do Goon, but Ghoon. I love a one syllable word name.
Yeah. What would Goon's look be?
Goon would be a lot of sacks. Like a lot of burlap over the shoulder with one shoulder with one shoulder kind of exposed and glistening with a little bit of highlight on it. Maybe a little dew droplet that I could have in in French you call it a compte-goutte, an eyedropper.
Oh, okay.
And I would just put it, I would do dabs of just little eye droplets of water, like dewy mist or just dewy droplets. And then I'd sort of feature the shoulder underneath over all that burlap.
Dewy droplets could be worked with, I think.
Dewy droplets. Yeah. Summer rain.
You landed on the name, and then that was before Perestroika.
That was way before Perestroika. That was actually as to host my senior video show.
Really?
Yep, in Massachusetts College of Art. And interestingly enough, my film and video professor, Dana Moser, he was the one who actually introduced me to Eliza Shapiro, a.k.a. Haywood Wakefield, who got me the job at Jacques Cabaret.
Oh.
Yeah, me and my friend Sasha, Alexandra Gabrielle Hodges, a pal from college, we both went to Jacques and we loved drag. And I had already started to use drag elements in my performance pieces at Mass Art because I just loved the idea of drag and I loved the idea of cross-dressing. And I also loved the idea of lip syncing.
Oh, yeah.
As a kind of performative arrangement. It was just so strange. And then when in 2001, me and my friends from art school went to see Mulholland Drive by David Lynch, and my life was changed forever.
Interesting, yeah.
It was my favorite. It's my favorite movie probably in the entire world.
Wow.
Because it's about. It's my favorite drama.
Okay.
It's my favorite drama, because it's about Hollywood.
Ah, yes.
It's about a star is torn. A star is torn asunder. It's David Lynch's suicide note to Hollywood. It really is.
Yeah.
It's kind of his suicide note to film because it was so lush and so beautiful, but it was not that lushness of Blue Velvet.
Oh,
it was the Blue Velvet was so rich and so visually rich, but Mulholland Drive was stark and honest and devastating.
So we were talking about early days in Perestroika.
Yeah, early days of Perestroika. So,
and actually when you started to become interested in drag. So when was your first drag performance?
When I was 3, I put a towel over my head and called it my birthday suit. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I've actually pretended that I was Oprah Winfrey. I used to host a talk show in my living room. And
did you give away cars?
No, this was way before that.
Oh, but she was giving away like magazines and
this was
knickknacks.
just being the diva.
Oh, I see.
This was just being the diva, but I wanted to be Oprah. I wanted to bring people together.
Yeah.
I had a haunted house in my basement. And then how about this one? I bullied all of the neighborhood people into creating a haunted house in my basement. And then about 30 years later, guess what happened?
Saw a ghost.
Saw a fucking ghost in there. How weird is that?
Yeah.
I just remember that, Craig.
I was just thinking because we just talked about the ghost a minute ago.
Also, this is pertinent to our interest right now.
Yeah.
I need my neighbor Craig in the balls.
Oh,
because he was
right.
talking about E.T. and I didn't want to hear it. Because I'm an alien.
And you didn't want to hear about another alien?
I didn't want to hear about it. I was like, he wouldn't stop talking about this movie E.T. and I didn't want to hear it. So I need him in the balls. And then his father drove me in a Jeep up the hill and said, we really don't need people in the balls. But then Craig turned out to be this awesome guy, and I think he's in the Air Force.
Oh, well, good for you, Craig.
Greg, you rule. Literally, Craig, you rule the school. You're in the Air Force. And he was talking about E.T. Do you realize how cool is that?
Loves skies.
He loves skies. He's like literally flying planes. He was talking about E.T. all those years ago, and I said, no.
Did you ever watch E.T.?
No. Because I am that.
It's a good movie, though.
But don't they put E.T. in drag?
Yes, they do, actually.
See?
There you go.
Premonition. Mm-hmm. Craig had my number.
Yeah, he knew. He didn't know why he knew, but he knew.
I think I probably had a crush on him.
Yeah.
And I tried to crush his balls. I'm such a homewrecker. Yeah, I don't know.
So before Granny Wreck, when was your first adult drag performance?
My first adult my first adult drag performance in character as Katya.
Yeah.
I was under the influence of prescription methamphetamines.
Uh-huh. Prescription methamphetamines.
Yes, that I stole from my roommate.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I stole from my roommate.
And those were what? Adderall or amphetamine salts or what?
Generic amphetamine salts.
I see.
Adderall.
Okay.
Yeah, and they gave me a newfound lease on life because I was extremely imaginative, hyperactive, and I wanted to get work done.
Yeah.
Like I love to work. I came to work. Do you know Shangela? She came to work too. But so excuse me. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, the Dynasty.
First time adults drags. Yes, Dynasty, darling.
The Dynasty, darling. Now, when you start to create a drag dynasty, you need 3 names: Carrington, Colby, and is there another one?
Dexter.
Dexter, darling.
Yes.
Dexter. Also, Hofstetler and Biddington.
Rowan.
Yeah, Rowan and Holfitzer, Colby, Carrington.
Morell. Alexis Morell, Carrington, Colby, Dexter, Rowan.
It's a dynasty, darling.
Dynasty.
I wish you could try and keep up with that.
Dynasty fans, sometimes called Dynasty.
Sometimes called Dynasty.
All 9 seasons available on Amazon Prime right now.
And you know what? I'm going to be dipping into the turgid and fetid waters of that very dynasty.
Oh, fabulous. I can't wait to
I am going
hear
to
about this.
shit myself.
You are, over and over.
I'm going to shit myself. I cannot believe I've never watched Dynasty.
Oh, you're going to love it so much. I'd never really watched it intently, and then in 3.5 months watched all 9 seasons.
That was a low point.
Yeah. I was struggling
Also
with
a
a few
high point.
things. Right. You take the low point, you turn it into a high point with discovering the joys of Alexis Colby, Carrington, Rowan. No, I screwed it up. Alexis Morell, Carrington, Colby, Dexter, Rowan. Yes.
Well, that's the good, that's the bad. Those are the facts of life.
That's right.
You take the good, you
See,
take the bad.
if I had watched all seasons of Facts of Life, I'd know that I'd need professional help.
Because there's no more facts after they...
Oh, no, there's no more life either after that.
Craig, you are a dyke. You know what time it is. Oh, wait. Can I do my acapella?
Of course.
Okay, here we go. It is my, this is my unreleased, unpublished song, Ravioli.
Nice exclusive here.
I sing it in a falsetto because I am myself a falsetto child. Ready? Maybe it's filled with beef, or maybe it's filled with cheese, or maybe it's butternut squash. I just want you to watch me. It's some ravioli, baby. I want some ravioli, honey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Barbara. Please leave the coins on the dresser and then hit the door.
What was the other name that we arrived at on the last episode? Was it Dusty Thunderbolt or something? What was it? It's Dusty Toronado.
Dusty Toronado. Dusty Toro hyphen Nado of the Philadelphia Toros.
Of course, darling. Yes, of course.
She married one of those heathen Nados back in the 80s.
You know, darling. We breakfasted with them in Saint Tropez.
In Saint Tropez, and we hope they have a fabulous time in Bermuda.
There was that horrible incident in Monaco, but I don't hold that against them.
No, we don't speak of such ill repute.
No, of course not. Of course not. No, darling.
Darling.
That's strictly between us. Do not bring it up at dinner.
You've got such a voice on you, Kreger.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'll drink to that.
Oh, yeah. Serve another round of... I would care for a brandy.
No, I'll just stick to me Fanta. Now I'm mixing class. The lazy good for nothing low-life skiving drunk.
The turned down dirty bastard.
Yeah, they all want me Lucky Charms.
Scrambling for them.
Yeah. I can't
clutching at me Lucky Charms.
They're always clutching at me pearls. And now I sound like a fucking pirate.
Well, that's all right.
I go from leprechaun to pirate to dandy to just like geriatric degenerate.
It's good though. It's a nice through line there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, they all have the same goals in mind. And then you finish the impressions and just go straight into the yeah, the pterodactyl sound.
Wait, I have to do this one. This is my favorite voice. Your country breakfast is ready. Isn't that creepy?
Yeah, it's good you got all breathy with it on the mic too.
Yeah. You're gonna eat all that stuff you got on your plate, honey. Isn't that creepy?
Yeah, it is.
Thank
Definitely
you.
it's creepy, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's like that one. But I don't really like her.
You don't like
it's just
her?
like whatever.
No, it's just kind of...
It's just like the vocal fry just gets like so fucking old.
So blasé. I'm really blasé about things, so
I know. It's just like so fucking nasal. It's just like, what the fuck are you even fucking doing? And then all of a sudden you devolve into pterodactyl.
Yeah, that's right. Well, at the end of the day, it always evolves into...
It always goes to the silent P.
Yeah, it goes right there.
Yep.
So anyways,
but yeah, so, whatever.
So you was putting the dresses on.
So I was putting the dresses on, putting the lotion on its skin. And then, I hosted my first video, my senior show.
Yeah.
I hosted, it was a bunch of videos and I did little ditties. I did one in French. I said, tu veux pas, which was, Brigitte Bardot.
Okay.
And, tu veux c'est bien, si tu veux pas, tant pis, si tu veux pas, j'en ferai pas une maladie. I remember the song. It's such a good song. It's basically, you want it or not, kid.
Gotcha.
If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not going to make a big fuss over it. That's kind of the gist of that song.
Yeah, but in a more freewheeling French vibe.
Exactly. And then I think I did another one called Sous aucun prétexte, je ne veux avoir du réflexe malheureux. Derrière un Kleenex, je saurais mieux me résoudre aux adieux. And it was that was another Françoise Hardy song. No, that was Françoise Hardy, and then the first one was Brigitte Bardot. And I just love French music. Oh no! I think I did a song in Russian.
That would make sense.
But I can't remember what I started out in Russian. I think it was actually a Ukrainian song. It was a song in Ukrainian.
Yeah.
And it was by Sofia Rataru. And I can't remember what it was, but it was funny. I actually thought it was in Russian, but it turned out to be Ukrainian because I said I was from Odessa, Ukraine. That was originally my character supposed to be from Odessa.
Did anyone stand up and scream bullshit at you or anything?
No, but they probably would today. And actually, people call me on it now. They're like, "I thought your character is from the Ukraine. You know that Ukraine is different than Ukraine." And I'm like, "Shut up." Mm-hmm. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I say, "Do you know Viktor Yanukovych? Did you poison his face with that oil?" No, bitch. Sit your ass down. Also, people don't know who Yulia Tymoshenko is. Excuse me.
I don't think I know who.
Yulia Tymoshenko. She has a braid.
Oh, okay.
She has a blonde braid that she wears like Heidi. Like she wears it like the Swiss Miss girl. It has like it goes across her. It's a braid that goes across her head.
Okay.
It's not like. It's very, very interesting. It's very cool. But I don't know. As the Prime Minister of Ukraine, I don't think she did a great job. But you can not quote me on that because I'm not a political expert, nor have I ever claimed to be.
You're alleging that.
She was a Ukrainian politician, and she did have the braid. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Who's the Russian senator that has that hair that's all over the web?
What?
The big hair helmet?
What?
the Russian senator. Her name is Valentina
Petrenko.
Petrenko, yes. Valentina Petrenko. Quite a helmet.
It is a Velcro loaf. Now, when Russian women do something, they do it all the way full out.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that?
Well, I don't know if I know that many Russian women.
Okay, well, I know plenty of Russian women. And Russian women, typically, not to stereotype, but a lot of Russian women don't like to leave the house until they are full stop, done to the nines.
Really?
Well, because a lot of times traditional Russian women, now it depends on what generation we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because the modern Russian woman is a different story. The modern Russian woman is, we can't really, I mean, it's hard to categorize. It's the riddle wrapped in a mystery and an enigma is the Russian woman.
I see.
But the Russian soul, Dusha Rossii, the soul of Russia, and then you have, it's sort of like the mirror has two feces. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
The
Of course,
Russians, who wouldn't have two feces if they're looking straight in the mirror? Barbra Streisand
Yes.
is a Russian woman.
Well, she made a terrible film by that name, yeah.
But did you see The Prince of Tides?
Oh, wonderful film. Yeah.
Wonderful. Nick Nolte.
Yeah. Now, who is her partner? Isn't Nick Nolte also in The Mirror Has Two Faces? No, it's Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
Yes, that's right. Of Starman fame. Yeah.
Uh-huh. What about The Lawnmower Man?
No, that's Jeff Fahey.
Thank you very much, Barbara, please. What about Faye Dunaway?
Yes. Mommy Dearest, of course. And what she's not
Bonnie
in
and
that
Clyde.
Film. Yeah, that's right. She's in one or two others.
Clyde. Bonnie and, do you know that one?
Oh yeah, Serge Gainsbourg.
Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde. Okay. Well, Valentina Petrenko, this is top of the
sorry,
muffin
I have
to you.
say, Serge Gainsbourg allegedly has an album that's all about scat freaks or something. I'll have to look that up and bring that back on another episode. Yeah, he's got a lot of records, and I remember reading that one time. So
Freaky Deaky.
yeah. He's got a great track called Love on the Beat. Check that out, listeners.
Love. Yes, listeners, if you're listening.
If you're still listening at this point, yeah.
At this point, we would politely encourage you to check out the following chanson. Do you love French music?
Not love it. I like Serge Gainsbourg and a few other things that I've heard. But generally, I tend to not listen to music that is not in the English language.
God damn it, Craig.
Well, look, I mean, there's a lot of music in the English language. And
Well, you're right. And I like to cover all the other bases.
yes, yeah, and I admire that.
You've got home plate. You've got left field, right field. You've got first, second, and third. I have the dugout.
And the bleachers.
And the bleachers. Oh, these teeth, they just keep getting whiter and whiter. Goddamn why? Do you know people ask me all the time, who the fuck put those teeth in your mouth?
Well, I can imagine, because they're very white and shiny.
Well, they're also very straight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you do have a well-maintained mouth.
Thank you. What did you call me?
A well-maintained mouth.
Thank you very much, Barbara. My teeth were put into my mouth by God. And then they were meticulously maintained by none other than Dr. Bennett of Marlborough, Massachusetts Orthodontics. Orthodontist.
Orthodontrics?
Orthodontrics are for kids. Braces are for teenagers.
And Invisalign.
And Invisalign is for adults. Blah. Have you ever had Invisalign?
No, I've not.
Thank God. Okay.
I know. I feel particularly grateful myself that I have not.
Well, you know, my aunt had adult braces.
Really?
Yep.
Invisalign?
No.
Just regular old
braces.
How long did she have them in for?
17 years.
She really kind of grew to like them.
She loved them. She just had them shellacked.
It became a part of her.
Yes, it did. And then she had her teeth taken out and she kept the braces. Could you imagine?
Well, it's quite a look. It's a very strong look.
She's a French teacher.
Oh, and then we met at Perestroika.
Have you ever gone on a tangent?
Yeah, well, that's the joy of a podcast.
Do you know
hopefully for the listeners as well?
Hopefully for the listeners. Now, listeners, if you're listening at home, or if you're in the car,
or listening anywhere, really,
if you're in a pie hole, a K hole, or some kind of foxhole,
and if you're in a K hole, don't worry, the bathroom's not that far away.
Nope,
and you can get there.
You can get there.
Small steps. Hold the wall.
Hold the wall. Hug the curtains.
Yeah, and don't be shy about asking for help.
Yeah. That is right. You know what? I feel like that line of advice can extend beyond a K-hole.
I agree.
Claw the curtains, hold the wall, lick it.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Sure, that's optional, I think.
Lick the wall. You know what? One time when I was in the basement at Jacques Cabaret, speaking of Perestroika, bachelorettes would come and they would love to be read. which means that they would love to be having, they would come so that the freak show, excuse me, pardon my expression, the freak show could sort of read them to filth, as it were.
Yeah.
And one time, when after all the bachelorettes were being read, I was hosting a show downstairs in the basement of a granny hooker bar, and
because people who like grannies would go.
They love grannies.
Yeah.
They go on Wednesday nights to touch the grannies and see how much the grannies would, just to test the waters.
Sure.
Dip their toes into the granny
lake.
Yes, exactly, into the turgid waters of the granny lake, and so I was in the basement of the hooker bar, pretty much, and I was telling the audience, number one, please drink, because this show is best experienced about 3 feet to the left of alcohol poisoning.
Right.
And then also, have fun. Lick the wall. And I don't know where that came from, but I started laughing hysterically because it just seems like a fun thing to do. If you're going to turn up, as it were, and let loose and cut a rug, why not just go the extra mile and lick the wall?
If you're going to cut the rug, might as well lick the wall.
Cut the rug, lick the wall, say hallelujah. Oh, gosh.
Bless them all.
Bless them all. I don't have anything else to talk about.
That's fine, because I'm sure that they've all stopped listening.
Okay. But Craig, you know what? I want to politely encourage you to say 3 following things.
Sure. What?
Number 1, I'm yes, God, good enough.
I'm yes, God, good enough.
Number 2, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And number 3, ow. Also, do you know that misery loves company?
Oh, I didn't know she did.
Yeah. More on that later.
Yes.
We have to have her on the show.
That'd be fantastic. Yeah,
Misery with a Z.
Yeah, Misery McRae.
Misery McRae. She is the only diva of Boston. She's the only diva. She told me, I'll never forget this. She said, girl, if I'm not married at 50, I'm going to get a pair of double D titties and call myself the only transsexual.
That's quite a statement.
Well, I'm going to marry that bitch, so we'll see it.
We'll see what turns out.
Yeah.
Keep listening to see what happens in this storyline.
Yeah. Tune in next week on Whimsically Volatile. Whoa.
I also remember, if I'm not mistaken, Misery does a terrific performance of Work Me Down, which is one of my favorite songs.
Down.
Yeah.
Work me down. And you know guess who did that? Oh, you're going to gag. Do you know who did that in a pageant as her talent number?
No.
None other than Miss Alyssa Edwards.
Oh, that's actually, I do know that. That's right. Yeah. That's great. That's fantastic.
And if you watch very closely at the talent thing, I'm sure Miss Edwards would not find it out of school for me to say that she tripped and then recovered by doing what? Falling into a split.
Ah, good move.
Classique.
You got to recover.
And if you watch her, she is so gorgeous. She is so beautiful in this talent. It is stunning. She's a vision, but she's the eon. She's the everything.
So go look that up on YouTube, listeners. And also Work Me Down, a great classic song from the 1987 film starring the Fat Boys called Disorderlies.
Oh my God, I love that movie.
It's such a great movie.
It's such a good movie about the trials and tribulations of working in a mental hospital.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I know
It's
a little
a gritty
thing.
look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know a thing or two about that. Yes, God. Okay.
And more on that and many other subjects the next time on
Whimsically Volatile. Oh, God, I have to figure out a better way to say that.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll work on it. We'll
Okay.
just keep trying things. And any story we didn't finish, we'll try to finish on the next episode. So just keep listening.
Keep listening. Hey, guys, don't kill yourself.
More good advice. Is that
Okay.
how we want to go out?
No. You have a lovely day.
Yeah. Keep having a great one.
Yeah. Hey, chin up, young kiddo.
Hey.
You're going to have a great day no matter what. Motivation Thursday.
It's already a great day. Keep it getting better. Sort of fell through on the halfway point.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
A Russian ballerina stomping on a bureaucrat. A perky suburban housewife who's dipping a toe in scat. Skip it up, skip it up, skip it up, pow. It's whimsically